Hey there, this is Kim here to give a message, but this reading is a little bit, and that's a lot different. So this reading is not going to be placed on any kind of playlist for any specific sign, and it's not for just a collective message even. It's kind of specific, so I will try to put in the thumbnail or the title something to give you a clue that this reading is for you. But I got it yesterday, and I just kind of left it out here to one, I pulled more cards for it, but to really let like the story or the message that was coming through sink in. So what do we have going on here is the person that this reading is for is somebody that feels like they're in their divine feminine energy. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you are a female. It can, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. Just that you are mainly working, from divine feminine energy. It is for a starseed, somebody who is definitely different. Like you come from somewhere different, and you're in a situation right now where the person that is your partner or that is with you, it is very evident that this is like karmic, but there's something deeper to it. There's something deeper. There's something not good that's tied to a karmic masculine here for this starseed. And the situation that you will find yourself in as you're watching this, if this is your reading, is that you are still around this person. I will let you know, I lit a black candle and called in Archangel Michael for not only protection, but to help sever whatever bad juju. It could even be like a spell, or doesn't have to have that word of being a spell, but there was something that was trying to get you hooked up with this person, and this person, this karmic masculine, is coming across to me as a handler. So they might proclaim that they love you a whole lot, and they may be extra protective and all of this stuff, but there's something kind of sinister as to how something was set up. I feel like this handler or this karmic masculine has got a person into a place where they can't get out, and it was planned that way. There's something about your light, there's something about your gifts, about your divinity here. There is something about your gifts that scares the crap out of this other energy, right? I would say it's probably like the dark side. Like you have the light side, you have the dark side, you have the ones that are trying to manipulate things and trap and confine and control. And it was all because there's something about your gifts that's very important. And the way that they got you tied up, so to speak, is either by like economic, family, could have even had false narratives that had run to your family supporting this person. So I'm saying there's another energy that has run through this whole story, and it's like a setup. It feels like something that would be on the level of like I don't like to bring these terms in, but when they say Masonic, when someone or groups of people that hold certain power, when they want to control like a certain person, maybe in their family or maybe in their town, and something here about your gifts, like I said, something here about not the ultimate thing is to stop you from shining and doing what you're meant to do as a starseed. And so it was set up for this person to be like a handler. Yeah, so there was false narratives. I think this is very evident to you, though. Is what was coming through is like, this is evident that this person is not actually, it's like a false friend, is a false partner. It's not somebody actually that's on your side, but they're doing something because there's some sort of advantage that they get in life by being with you, or I want to say controlling you in some way. And so listen, if that story does not resonate with you, then it's not your reading, because I knew that this wasn't going to be everybody's reading. The goal here excuse me, the goal here is to get away from this energy and from the lies and the false narrative that was spread about you. I see with this person and with the false narrative that it's going to be torn down. I was even picking up like Enochian magic to assist or help you, like using angels, like Archangel Michael, calling upon the angels to help bring destruction. Not like not like you're doing, but to bring down this whole facade. Okay, to bring down the whole facade, because there's something about it that's not real, and there's a gift that's waiting for you. There's a gift that will be turned on, that will be activated for you full force whenever you are away from this karmic masculine. Now, like I say, you're probably unbothered by, unbothered by it, in a sense of trying not to let everyone get to you. Realizing when a situation you're in actually really sucks and you want to get out of it, but what can you do? Like, you're doing what you can in a situation. There's just, there's heavy manipulation here. So there's a reason it's more difficult for you than maybe past relationships or anything that has happened before in your life. So I see this as you as keep this up, keep this type of energy up of being unbothered by it, because it will eventually fall. All of this will eventually fall. Because the energy that they were working from, or they were working with, to even set everything up, it feels like it's very dark. So they're saying in the distant future here, you have something really good for you coming. Okay, so you see the sun, you see what's on the horizon, and it represents the new thing coming for you. As a star seed, you have a gift, and you have something that is going to be activated in your chakras. I feel strongly that who this reading is for has not had any energy healing training yet. So that's another maybe tip of whether this is for you. So it can be any kind of like energy healing, something with the hands, or I will say maybe it could even be like training in a healing role or profession. But it goes beyond what we're normally naturally able to do. It's turned on through your like starseed gifts and activations. So that makes you a healer. And I am seeing in the distant future for you, not only like healing work that you can do, or that you will be able to do, but some very impressive divination skills that you have. So you may be doing something with divination already, but haven't fully stepped into the rising star that you're going to be when this healer energy runs through you or is activated. Okay, and this is your gift. There's obviously a reason why somebody would want to, you know, suppress your gifts or control. You could have been somebody that was very hard to control. Like, you know, starseeds have a tendency to really not fit in and not want to conform the way everything else is. And so when things aren't cookie cutter or copy paste, you know, it's one size fits all for certain groups of people, then they will do their best to try to contain that wild energy. Okay, so and I see that's what runs through you, and I like it. I like it. I think you're very talented. I think you're very on point with your clairs, with divination. I did pull some extra cards to see kind of what else was going to happen in this distant future for you. I do see the destruction of this mess with this person that you would know you're not really supposed to be with. You may be even making peace with the situation, but deep in your heart, no, that's not for you, right? So what I see is a change of community or a move, with that one being in the reverse. I see that these people, or the ones that got you, I almost want to say like dependent on this person or this energy, even put you in a position where the finances were hit, your finances or your means, your ability to even make money. I don't know if it was like a false narrative, if you were set up for something or what happened, but something affected your money. And I see here in the future with poverty in the reverse that it's going to be reversed. Okay, so, and you'll have to just trust me that that's how those cards came out. They did come out like that. This one was a little bit heavy. the energy, your energy is super light and bright, and I love it. But the things that were done, very unfair, and only really happens to people that mainly they're trying to control your gifts, your abilities, your light. You're a threat. And so a complete move and a change of residence also is what I see here with this house in the reverse. Could have even gone to many levels of extremes to get it so that you had nowhere to go except for wherever this was. Okay, it feels like a trap. Feels like a trap, like a planned trap. So what they don't see, though, what they don't know, is that something here with your gifts and your abilities is helping you pull out of this situation, and it's actually going to make you quite a lot of money. First, it will start as unexpected income that's here and there. Maybe it's through divination or just something where it's like, wow, I'm getting lucky, I'm making this extra, you know. And then I'm telling you, once this gets turned on, this healing through the hands, because you see the gift. It's like they're saying, like, the gift for this starseed is going to be through their hands, activated through the chakras to heal, and it will bring you sudden wealth. And unfortunately, because of the means of control, that's the way that you're going to be able to move out of this situation. So, yeah, 777, sudden wealth, a very lucky number. Let's pull an Akashic Soul Echo card. I just wanted to do that, and because I knew this wasn't going to resonate with everybody, but it will resonate with quite a few, because they're telling me that Starseed, you could say, / Earth Angel energy has been for a long time put in boxes and tried to be handled, or if they can't handle it, try to make it not exist at all. Stopping the people that are rising and that are waking up to their 5D capabilities, your 12-strand DNA, activation. That could be what turns this on. But I see a very powerful healer here, like very powerful. And it will make you a good amount of money. And the money is not going to be used for... I'm not talking to somebody who wants this wealth. I think you would just be happy to be able to decide who you want around you and who you don't. But they're like, oh no, we're going to do it one step better. We're going to do it 4 steps, 5 steps, 6 steps better. We're going to do it a lot better. Like more is going to come in than what you're actually even expecting. And if you are feeling tested and tried right now, then your team is literally preparing you for what's next and making sure that you're ready, because this role that you're stepping into is very big and it's going to have a lot of responsibilities to it. So it's like I'm getting the vibe of this person. I'm getting a vibe of vampiric, somebody who is an energy sucker, and they may act for some reason that I've got, like that they may act really hateful sometimes, or like a horrible, negative, ugly person, but yet they know that it's your energy that's like sustaining them on some sort of weird high that they're getting when they're around your energy. It's a very strange message, y'all. strange, but I thought I would get it out there. So you're just seeking emotional sanctuary. That's why I say it's not about fame, fortune, money. It's not about that with you. You just want to feel safe, emotionally safe where you are. You just want a sanctuary. And it's hard right now because where you're at is in the karmic web. Whew. So the things that also might be tied into this is a multitude. Starseeds can have, in my opinion, and I think I've heard others share this opinion too, Starseeds can find life very overwhelming here. A tendency to automatically be in 5D, unity consciousness, love, could never really hurt anybody physically, would never even dream of that. This life becomes very overwhelming. They can be prone to having addictions. They can be prone to all different types of escapism and get themselves develop karmic patterns and cycles, because the frequency that they are carrying, which you're meant to broadcast, doesn't resonate with many people. I would say 20 years ago, it was probably harder. 20 years ago and 10 years ago, it's probably harder. Now, it may find it a little bit easier to resonate with certain people than you did maybe growing up. But I just want you to know, your main message here is to know that this unfavorable situation that you might be in, where there's been lies, there's been maybe even things nobody has ever or will ever admit to doing, such as family too, that you will be free from it. They want you to know that specifically. The cords will be cut. This, if it is not the divine's will, if it is not God's will, and remember, your source God creator is not going to manipulate and control. The love is free. does not expect anything back. So I have guardian of the heart, and it says that you will end up, it says to guard your heart and know that one day here you're going to be feeling sovereign. And there's a feeling of, you know, I am sovereign in energy. What's going on with the earthly technical things? You know, what's going on with the technical things? Because you are sovereign. You do know you're the Empress and the Emperor in one body. You're a starseed. You've known that from the beginning. You did not have to get taught self-love that much. The reason for your escapism or patterns that you would run into, even karmics, has more to do with your starseed frequency and lineage and this innate desire to help. So I feel like it just became overwhelming. So that's about guarding your heart. And then the resistance, and this is what I feel you may be experiencing, is like I said, the obstacles or the challenges that come right before they're about to kind of like ascend you to your next level, to help you go higher. So it's safe to keep pushing through no matter what. Keep pushing through. So yeah, that's what I have for this message. And much love to you. If you need a private reading, information's in the description box below. And they are pre-recorded videos with a private link that you get. So much love and light. Bye.